You ever meet a woman who seems perfect at first? She's beautiful, confident, magnetic, everything you ever wanted. But months later, you find yourself drained, confused, and wondering what went wrong. Well, it's because not every woman is meant to be loved. Some are meant to teach you, and others are meant to destroy you. Today, we're diving deep into 7 types of women you should never, ever date, unless you're ready to lose your peace, your power, and possibly even your sanity. So sit back, because once you see these patterns, you'll never unsee them again. 1. The eternal victim. She's always the victim, no matter what happens. Every story she tells, someone betrayed her, someone hurt her, someone did her dirty. At first, you feel sympathy. You think, she's been through a lot, I'll be the one to treat her right. But here's the dark truth. The victim mindset isn't about healing, it's about control. She uses pity as her weapon. If she can make you feel sorry for her, she can make you feel guilty for setting boundaries. Soon you'll find yourself apologizing for things you didn't do, and bending over backward to keep her happy. And that's when she's got you. Because men don't realize that emotional guilt is the most powerful leash a manipulative woman can use. The psychology runs deeper than you think. She's learned that vulnerability is currency, and she spends it strategically. Every tear, every breakdown, every "nobody understands me" moment is calculated to keep you invested. You'll start making excuses for her behavior. When she lashes out, you'll say, "She's just been hurt before." When she breaks promises, you'll say, "She's going through something." But the pattern never changes. Because she doesn't want solutions, she wants sympathy. She doesn't want to heal, she wants someone to blame. And eventually, that someone becomes you. The moment you stop playing savior, she'll paint you as the villain. She'll tell everyone you abandoned her, that you're just like all the rest. And suddenly, you're the next chapter in her victim story. 2. The attention addict. You'll recognize her instantly. She thrives on compliments, validation, likes, views, attention. It's her oxygen. But here's the problem. No matter how much love you give her, it's never enough. She needs everyone's attention, not just yours. She'll flirt just enough to keep men orbiting her. She'll post suggestive photos with vague captions like "mood" or "somewhere healing." And when you call it out, she'll accuse you of being insecure. The dark psychology behind her behavior? She craves power. Every like, every DM, every hungry glance feeds her ego. And once she realizes you're emotionally invested, she'll keep you chasing, while never truly committing. Dating an attention addict is like filling a bucket with holes. No matter how much you pour in, it will never stay full. Here's what makes her so dangerous. She's not malicious. She genuinely believes she deserves infinite validation. In her mind, your discomfort with her behavior is your problem, not hers. She'll tell you she's just being herself, that she's allowed to have male friends, that you're being controlling or jealous. But deep down, she knows exactly what she's doing. She's keeping her options open while keeping you on standby. You'll notice she becomes distant when you pull back, but the moment you give attention to someone else, suddenly she's texting, calling, posting about you. Because the attention addict doesn't want you. She wants your attention. The moment she's secure in having it, she'll start looking elsewhere, and the cycle repeats. You chase, she runs. You stop chasing, she comes back. Until one day, she finds someone who chases harder than you ever did. And just like that, you're replaced. 3. The manipulator in disguise. She's the one who knows exactly what to say to make you feel special. She reads you like a book. She mirrors your interests, your values, your vibe. It feels like fate, like you finally met the one. But what she's really doing is studying you. She's mapping your emotions, your insecurities, your weaknesses. And once she's got your trust, she starts shifting the power dynamic. She'll guilt trip you, subtly isolate you, or make you feel like everything is your fault. By the time you realize what's happening, you're walking on eggshells, trying not to upset her. This type of woman doesn't need to raise her voice to control you. She controls you through silence, distance, and perfectly timed emotional withdrawal. The manipulator is a master of perception. She'll make you think you're losing her when really, she's tightening her grip. She'll say things like, "I don't think you really love me. Maybe we're not right for each other. I need space to think." And you'll panic. You'll scramble to prove yourself, to show her you care. You'll change your behavior, cancel plans, sacrifice your boundaries, all to keep her from leaving. But she was never going to leave. This was always part of the game. She creates problems so you can solve them. She manufactures doubt so you can chase certainty. She withdraws love so you can beg for it back. And the more you bend, the more she breaks you. Eventually, you won't recognize yourself anymore. You'll wonder how you went from confident to confused, from secure to second-guessing every move. That's her art. She doesn't destroy you loudly, she erodes you slowly. Until one day you look in the mirror and realize you became exactly who she wanted you to be. 4. The drama queen. With her, everything is a movie. Every argument is explosive. Every issue becomes a scene. One day she's passionately in love, the next she's blocking you. She thrives on chaos because peace feels boring to her. See, drama is her drug. It gives her adrenaline, makes her feel alive. And the more emotionally reactive you become, the more she feeds off your energy. You'll start to mistake intensity for intimacy, but they're not the same. Real love feels calm. Drama feels addictive. And once you're addicted to the highs and lows, she doesn't need to chase you anymore, because she knows you're hooked. Here's what most men don't understand about the drama queen. She's not emotional because she feels deeply. She's emotional because she's bored. Stability terrifies her. Consistency feels like a cage. So she creates chaos to feel something, anything. She'll pick fights over nothing. She'll test you with ultimatums. She'll threaten to leave just to see if you'll stop her. And if you do, she'll stay, but only long enough to start the cycle again. The drama queen lives in extremes. Everything is either perfect or terrible. You're either her soulmate or her enemy. There's no middle ground, no calm, no peace. Dating her feels like being on a permanent emotional roller coaster, and at first you might mistake that adrenaline for passion. You might think, at least she cares, at least it's real. But intensity isn't the same as love, and chaos isn't the same as connection. Real love doesn't leave you exhausted. Real love doesn't make you question your sanity. Real love doesn't require you to prove yourself every single day. But by the time you realize that, you're already trauma bonded, addicted to the drama, convinced that if it doesn't hurt, it isn't real. 5. The Miss Independent with hidden bitterness. At first, she'll impress you. She's confident, successful, doesn't need anyone. You'll admire her strength, until you realize her independence is built on resentment, not self-worth. She doesn't want partnership. She wants dominance. She sees men as competitors, not companions. Every decision becomes a battle for control. She'll test you, undermine you subtly, or mock your leadership, just to prove she's in charge. And when you try to love her, she'll accuse you of trying to control her. The truth is, a woman who hates masculine energy will eventually drain the man who carries it. This woman has been hurt before. That much is true. But instead of healing, she weaponized her pain. She built walls so high that no man can climb them. And when you try, she'll knock you down, just to prove she doesn't need you. She'll reject your help even when she needs it. She'll dismiss your advice even when she asks for it. She'll compete with you even when you're on the same team, because to her, vulnerability equals weakness, and weakness equals pain. So she stays in her armor, convinced that independence means never needing anyone. But independence without connection is just isolation in disguise. You'll notice she never lets you lead. She never lets you take care of her. She never lets you be a man, because in her world, masculinity is the enemy. And the tragedy is this: she craves the love she's too afraid to accept. She wants the partnership she's too wounded to build. She needs the softness she's too guarded to show. So she pushes away the very thing she's searching for. And you'll leave wondering why someone so strong felt so impossible to love. 6. The emotional leech. She doesn't want love, she wants energy. You'll notice she's always in crisis, physically, mentally, or emotionally. She needs constant reassurance, constant help, constant you. And at first, you'll feel like her savior. You'll think, she just needs someone who cares. But you'll soon realize, no matter how much you give, it's never enough. Because she's not looking for healing. She's looking for someone to carry her pain. And if you ever try to take a break, she'll make you feel like the bad guy. The emotional leech doesn't drain you because she hates you. She drains you because you make her feel alive. Here's the dark truth about emotional leeches. They're not looking for solutions. They're looking for hosts. Every conversation becomes therapy. Every date becomes a venting session. Every moment together revolves around her problems, her feelings, her needs. At first, you think you're helping. You think your support matters. You think if you just love her enough, she'll get better. But she doesn't want to get better. She wants someone to suffer with her. She'll call you at 2 a.m. with a crisis that could have waited until morning. She'll guilt you for spending time with friends because I need you. She'll make you responsible for her happiness. And when she's unhappy, it's your fault. You'll start to notice a pattern. The more you give, the more she takes. The more you sacrifice, the more she demands. The more you love her, the emptier you feel. Because emotional leeches don't drain you intentionally. They drain you instinctively. They've learned that the only way to feel whole is to consume someone else's energy. And by the time you realize what's happening, you're already depleted, exhausted, hollow. running on empty. And when you finally set a boundary, she'll frame it as abandonment. She'll cry, she'll beg, she'll threaten to hurt herself. Because the leech knows that guilt is the chain that keeps you attached. 7. The beautiful chaos. This is the most dangerous one of all. She's magnetic, unpredictable, passionate. She makes you feel things no one ever has. She's a storm in heels and you can't help but chase her. But that's the trap, because her love feels like a roller coaster, and the adrenaline makes you mistake toxicity for intensity. She'll love you hard, then disappear. She'll pull you close, then push you away. You'll spend months trying to get her back, not realizing she never planned to stay. Her power lies in your confusion. She keeps you guessing, begging, hoping, and that's how she controls you. This type of woman doesn't ruin your life with hate. She ruins it with love. Because once you've tasted her chaos, peace will start to feel too quiet. The beautiful chaos is the hardest to walk away from, because with her, the pain comes wrapped in pleasure. The toxicity comes disguised as passion. She's the woman you'll think about for years.
The one who got away, even though she was never really there. She operates on intermittent reinforcement. She gives just enough to keep you hooked, but never enough to make you secure. One week, she's texting you all day, planning your future together. The next week, she's ghost mode, leaving you wondering what you did wrong. And that inconsistency? It's not accidental, it's strategic. Because she knows that unpredictability creates obsession. The more you can't have her, the more you want her. The more she pulls away, the harder you chase. You'll find yourself checking your phone constantly, overthinking every message, wondering if she's thinking about you too. And when she finally comes back, because she always comes back, you'll forgive everything. Because the relief of having her again feels worth the pain of losing her before. But here's what you don't realize. You're not in love with her. You're addicted to the high of winning her back. The beautiful chaos doesn't complete you, she consumes you. And by the time you escape, you'll be a different man, scarred, cautious, afraid to trust the calm. Because after the storm, sunshine feels suspicious. Now here's the truth no one wants to hear. Every man will meet at least one of these women in his life. The key is not to avoid them entirely, because sometimes you can't. The key is to recognize them early. A high-value man doesn't run from chaos. He simply refuses to be consumed by it. So before you fall for beauty, charm, or chemistry, pay attention to energy, because energy never lies. Watch how she treats others when she's not trying to impress you. Notice how she handles conflict when emotions are high. Pay attention to her patterns, not her promises. And most importantly, trust your gut. If something feels off, it probably is. If you feel drained more than energized, that's your answer. If you're constantly questioning yourself, that's a red flag. Your peace is not a small thing. Your energy is not unlimited. Your time is not something you get back. So choose wisely. Because the wrong woman won't just break your heart, she'll break your spirit. And rebuilding yourself after that takes years. If you found this video eye-opening, make sure you like it, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because we've got more deep dives into dark psychology, dating truth, and emotional mastery coming your way. And when you're done, check out our other videos on this channel for more wisdom, more truth, and the kind of insight most people are too afraid to talk about. Because once you understand the dark side of attraction, you'll never fall for the wrong woman again.